Josh, 3 more points, your second goal in as many games. Firstly, just talk me through the goal.
Yeah, it was early second half. I can't remember how the play built up, but Hutz has got it on the right hand side. He's stuck in one of the lovely balls that he does, and yeah, I've caught it sweet with the head, and yeah, it's gone in, thankfully.
It was one of the lows Ben was just saying off camera. As soon as the ball left your head, it looked like it was going in. Hutz kind of didn't actually present the ball to the back post. He was almost kind of almost straight at you. But it seemed to adjust quite well.
Yeah, to be fair, like you said, yeah, when I actually headed it, I didn't watch it go in. I knew straight away, and I sort of wheeled off a little bit, and I've been grabbed by Nev straight away, so I knew it was in at least, and the crowd went wild. So yeah, it was a good moment.
How much are you enjoying your football right now? Obviously, you had injury issues and touch wood. Those the worst of those are behind you. But how much are you enjoying? Really, just enjoying playing again? Yeah,
I mean, easily I'd say the most enjoyable period of my career so far, the start of this season. You know, I'd say not just for me though, it's for I feel like most of the lads in the dressing room. It's the best group of lads that I've been with. We all run through brick walls for each other, and the vibe in the change room is just magnificent, so I can't ask for more.
And that shows on the pitch, not just today, but since Gareth's been here, we're still unbeaten under him. Yeah. And those attributes you've just said, they do actually transfer from the dressing room out onto the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, is it 20 games unbeaten?
Yeah, 20.
You don't do that unless everyone is pulling their weight and everyone is working for each other. And you know, not everything goes right. Last week against Bromley, you find yourself 2-0 down, and everyone works just as hard as they can to fight back and claw back, and that takes a full team effort, and everyone is required to pull their weight and then pull your mate as well if he's not doing his job on that day.
Just finally from me, 2 fairly young centre-backs as well, Andy Smith and Sam Gale, but I'm not just singling those 2 out because defensively we were fantastic, but it's a centre-half pairing, very resolute.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the squad's quite young in general, but like I said, Smudge and Gailey, they've been terrific. Like I said, young centre-halves. In this league, you often find the centre-halves are experienced, you know, 30 plus, and to be doing what they're doing, to have all of that experience that they've gained at a young age, and like you said, you know, we keep clean sheets quite frequently. And again, it's not just the defenders. You know, you can defend from the front a bit like we did today, but when they've been asked a question, they've come up with the answer every time.
Actually, even if Gailey does miss it, you'd fancy him to beat anyone really in a one-on-one chase.
Yeah, I mean, if he missed the header on the halfway line, the striker was through, I'm pretty sure I'd back Gailey to get back there.
Lovely. Josh, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Ben, all yours.
Yeah, Josh, it equals a club record 20-match unbeaten run in league football. So whatever happens, this group of players, you're going to go down in club history. I mean, how does that make the guys feel? Yeah,
of course, it's a lovely thing to have, and to have equalled the best in the club's history is a massive achievement that you can't really understate. And all the lads, like I said, have had their part to play in that. I mean, I'd love to know how many different goal scorers we've had, and how many clean sheets are involved in that, how many comebacks. It's a very special achievement, and not something that happens regularly.
And for yourself to score in the last couple of games and really start, I guess, from your point of view, start putting your best foot forward and involved in that must be great.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows it's not been the easiest time for me since joining, but thankfully, you know, I've stayed on the pitch, and I'm very relieved that I'm finally starting to get it clicking on the pitch and starting to get a few goals here.
How are you feeling out there on the pitch? Because I think defenders are quaking in their boots every time you go up for a header. They just didn't seem to handle your physicality today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm blessed physically with what I have with my height, and you know, everyone's reminding me in the changing room that you know, I've got a lot of names, bulldozer and big slice they call me and stuff like this. And you know, everyone reminds me to, when I cross the white line, to be nasty, to be horrible, to be just, you know, a nightmare to play against and a nightmare for defenders, and that's what I try to do every time.
I bet Sam Vokes wishes he was as mobile as you are, however, and I bet he would have been pretty proud of that header you scored today.
Yeah, he's congratulated me already, and me and Sam, we've got on really well since he's joined, and we've been going through lots of clips together, and yeah, I see him as, you know, as a mentor, which he should be, because he's played at the highest level, and if I had half the career he's had, I'd be, you know, very happy. So.
You talk about togetherness rather in the changing room. I think the goal obviously actually comes from Johnny Williams winning the ball high up the pitch, and at one point he was playing centre half, putting a slide tackle in. You know, that almost sums it up, the way that everyone's, you know, doing so much in different roles and, you know, giving their all and stretching themselves to the end of their ability, I guess.
Yeah, I joked with Johnny. I said, "What were you doing in the 97th minute? You know, making a sweeper, you know, centre half movement there." And yeah, I mean, you could see it all today. I think it's 97th minute. You had Robbie McKenzie running down the wing, and you know, everyone is just. It's like we have 12, 13 players on the pitch sometimes, with how hard we work and how much we cover for each other. And yeah, like I said, this team spirit is something I've never been part of, and nothing like this. It's just so good.
I guess you want to bottle it up and just keep rolling with the games.
Yeah, you want to keep the momentum. We have a lot of momentum behind us, and you know, it's you know, you've got to try to take it one game at a time. And yeah, I mean, the next game is the thing we have to focus on.
Well, best of luck for it.
Thank you.
Have you sort of adapted your game since Gareth has come in? Have you changed it a bit?
Yeah, I think when Gareth first came in, he talked to me and he said he wants me to play to my size, and so that's something that I've been trying to think about, and something that he's been, you know, coaching into me, and I think so far it's been working.
He does like a big striker, that he tells us all the time. So I mean, it's nice to have a manager that sort of utilises a big man.
Yeah, I mean, he's had plenty. He's had Vokesy, he had Akinfenwa, and I'm sure he's had many others. And yeah, it's nice to have the attributes that the gaffer likes.
And for you, great to be able to show what you can do now. You had that full pre-season, you're fit again now. That always helps, obviously, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to get a bit of momentum and to finally sort of shaking off the injuries again, touch wood. It's, you know, I want to keep this going now, and I don't want this to end.
And you mentioned Sam Vokes' help, that he's helping you. I mean, to learn off someone like that must be brilliant as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I could go on for a while about his achievements in the game and what he's done with his career, and to have someone like that sort of coaching and teaching you, and the dark arts and stuff that if he wasn't telling me, I'd have to learn through experience, which, you know, if I can learn it now at 23 rather than having to experience it like he probably had to do, and you learn stuff at 30, it's so good and so helpful. And yeah, he's been brilliant with me.
Does he sort of see you as a sort of project or something like that?
Maybe, you'd have to ask him. Yeah, you'd have to ask him if he sees me as sort of a little brother.
What do you sit down and look at clips together then, do you? How does it all sort of work out?
Yeah, so we both sort of suggested, obviously I talked to him, I said, you know, I'd like to learn off you, however that may look. That may look like, you know, in the moment in training, or after the fact, you know, after games and stuff. And yeah, we've been going through clips together of, you know, my clips and his clips, so I can learn from his game, because obviously he came on today, so I'm sure we'll go through my clips from today and his clips, and they'll be learning in there for sure.
Roles will be reversed soon if you keep scoring like that. You'll be teaching everything too, won't you?
No, I'm sure that I could, if he pulled up his clips from 23, they'd outshine me.
Well done.
Thank you.
Just one from me, Josh. The manager's obviously put a lot of faith in you, backing you throughout the injuries and whatnot. How good does it feel to repay that in recent weeks?
Yeah, I mean, it's what you want as a player, to have a gaffer that believes in you and gives you the opportunities to try to shine, and to be able to repay him in the last 2 weeks with 2 goals is obviously lovely for me, and I'm just happy that I can repay the trust that he's shown in me.